Kim folks, brother, land animals and sea animals. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, land animals and sea animals, they both deadly in their own way, but like, land animals is just a little bit more cooler. I don't know. Land, and I said a little bit, gang, because they still got some sea animals that's crazy. Like, you got a big old whale, like, a big old whale that's bigger than a building that's just lurking in the sea. Like, how can you fight that if you were just a sea creature? How can you fight that? You can't. But I do feel like sea animals are more menacing. Yeah, they more menacing because they just, I don't know, man, they just, ugh. They just built weird. They got nasty little eyes. Nah, they not more menacing. They more disgusting. Yeah, more disgusting. But let's start with the land animals though, because I know more about them. I barely know the sea animals because guess what? I can swim, but what the fuck am I swimming in the ocean for? That just doesn't seem like a place that's fit for me. I'd rather a pool. I wouldn't even swim in a lake. Like, I never seen the purpose of swimming in a lake. I always thought you swim in the lake, you gonna catch some. Because you don't know what's in a lake, but I know it's something in a lake. And if a fish grazed the bottom of my feet, oh boy, I'm a little girl. I'm a little girl. I'm getting right up out that water. Don't bring me nowhere near the water. If you try to push me in, I'ma hit you with the stiffest uppercut of life, gang. I'm gonna hit you with that bitch too quick. I'm telling you. But what animal should I start with? Hyena. That's my favorite right there, boy. Hyenas is the Vastites of the animal kingdom. You feel me? They're the Transformers. You know the hierarchy of a hyena is women, then men. The women is bigger than the men, bro. They run this shit. And it's so crazy. I like hyenas, bro, because they just so vicious. They don't take nothing from nobody and they don't run from nobody. And I love it. I love it, gang. I love seeing that. It don't matter it don't matter who they is, where they come from, or how long they been living. You can get whooped. You better always remember that. And I love it about hyenas. That's why they number one. Number one and can't be outdone. They eat everything down to the last morsel. They don't save a drop of their prey. They even breaking up bones and eating it. Yeah. They breaking up bones and eating it. They eating dead stuff. They don't care. They eat what they want. They take what they want. And if they come up on you, just know you ain't surviving. Even a nigga like me, I ain't surviving if hyenas get up on me. I ain't surviving. I'm running. You feel me? But I can't outrun them for long. They got some good endurance. But I know one thing I ain't doing. I ain't going down without a fight. At least they can say, hey, this maybe wasn't prey. But we still got them. You feel me? Now what's another animal? Lions. Lions supposedly the king of the jungle and all that shit like that. But I did a lot of research on lions and they pretty regular. They ain't nothing compared to a tiger. Tigers are stronger than lions. Yeah. Tigers is bigger than lions, they stronger than lions, and they more reliable and more dependable, you feel me? But they just make lions seem like the king because they got that big ass mane and shit like that, you know? It look like a crown. But tigers are better. You feel me? It took a while for me to realize because I was like, how is a tiger better than a lion? But then I realized tigers are solitary hunters. They don't need a whole posse to win. They win on their own. A lion need an entire group to win, but at the same time, a lion is hunting big shit like buffaloes and all that, you feel me? So, I don't know, you feel me? But a tiger could take down a buffalo on his own. Hey, could a tiger take down a buffalo? I don't know, that's a question for the scientists. We might gotta ask them that. Hey, scientists, could a tiger take down a buffalo? You're useless. Of course you don't know. Why are you a scientist? Remove your badge. Strip yourself of the title. How about that? Just strip yourself of it. Useless. Can't even answer a single question, man. You're disrespectful and useless. But yeah, though, I think a tiger could wrestle a buffalo, and I think they could take him down. What's another animal? Wolves. Hey, wolves. I done grew up liking the wolves. I don't know. They just kind of hard, bro. They like humans, man. They got emotions, all that shit. They hierarchies, hard, everything. Wolves is they kind of big pressure to me. They kind of big pressure. Now the land animals that I don't like, they not even mammals, bro. They fucking insects. They disgusting. They ugh. Like look at that on the screen. What is that? What is that thing called that got all them little legs and all that stuff like that that killed all your little spiders and stuff that be in your basement? Who got a basement? Hey, we don't got no basements down here, shit. We got attics. Who the hell got a basement? A basement seem like a vibe though. Like, let me hit the basement. Let me go box. Let me smoke this out. Like, let me do everything in the basement. The basement seem like, yeah, this is that lower level. This is where shit get done. But the attic is just saying like another storage unit. Like, why we got the bullshit ass attic and couldn't get a basement? You feel me? A basement just seem more pressure, but I understand why. In some areas it might motherfucking might snow, so y'all want a motherfucking basement instead of an attic. And in this area, it floods, so we don't want a basement. We want an attic, so we can go more higher. You feel me? But whatever, gang. It is what it is. Polar bears. Polar bears still going extinct? I don't know. It's crazy. Kind of messed up, like how polar bears going extinct, all because of us, all because we is ruining the planet, because of global warming. We making it harder for them to live, harder for them to do things, harder for them to find resources, to hunt. Them niggas is literally hunting on broken ice. You feel me? They good swimmers, but they not better than the walrus. Yeah, they not better than no walrus. Wally gonna always get away when it come down to that polar bear, you feel me? Because they meant to swim. They just big blobs. Big blobs with a tail meant to swim in the water. They ain't meant to be on land. I don't know why they fat ass get on land. I think they just be trying to sunbathe. Yeah, that be what it be. They be trying to sunbathe and shit. But on the real though, like, that messed up, gang. Hey, you like polar bears? You better not like no polar bear. They don't like you. Why they don't like you? They're one of the most vicious bears. Shit. And you know something else I thought of when I was thinking of bears, I was thinking of the brown bears and shit, and I was like, I wonder what was the first bear to ever start hibernating and why. Like, the first bear to ever start hibernating probably was like, man, this cold shit ain't for me. I can't find no food. I'm walking around this motherfucker just looking dumb. I'm brown and it's white everywhere. Is bears colorblind? I don't know if they colorblind or not. I don't know if they could see colors, but I know he probably figured he stood out just like a stripper trying to stand in a motherfucking business meeting. You feel me? So he knew that wasn't the move. So his ass probably had to hit the cave and just sit there and look mad. His paws on his head, he just looking mad until eventually he just went to sleep. And probably woke up skinny as a motherfucker. And he was like, this ain't it, gang. Next time the cold hit, I gotta eat buku food because I know I'ma sit in this bitch mad. I ain't got nothing to do. And that's probably how hibernation started. Yeah. All the bears that wanted to be out there hunting and shit probably died. And all the ones who stayed back and just hibernated, slept, had a little more meat on their bones, they survived. But another thing I thought of, I was like, how they get their water? Because don't you need water to survive? But whatever, you feel me? I think they get their water like through their body, breaking down that food, the energy and all that shit like that. But who knows, man? However they getting it, they getting that H2O. They getting it, you feel me? They getting that H2O, you feel me? Imagine if saber-toothed tigers was still around, like saber-toothed tigers, woolly mammoths, that motherfucking sloth that nigga is in Ice Age. Lord. Like, I don't know about the saber-tooth tigers and the woolly mammoths though. The woolly mammoths just seem like hairy elephants. Like, if you scared of an elephant, you scared of a woolly mammoth. You feel me? And I'm scared of a wild elephant. They too big, they too unpredictable, and they too damn smart. Yeah, they too damn smart. They like a dolphin. But they way smarter because their brain is like the size of, is their brain the size of a room? I know it's bigger than the whole human body. How big is their brain? I don't know. If you lay their brain out in your room, it might take up your whole room. They brain big as shit. And that's how they know all that knowledge and shit and got the matriarch knowing everything because she the oldest and shit like that. Crazy living. You know, some of you humans actually have a matriarch. Y'all allow the woman to run the house. Eh. Do your thing, Greg. I'ma let you live, gang. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. Enjoy your life, dude. Just enjoy your life. But I do got a question for you. Do she handle all the monies and things of that nature? Because if she do, what do you consider yourself? You ain't a man, nigga. Stop. Stop. Be honest. Let's be real with what do you consider yourself? Gang, stop saying a man, bro. You pissing me off, dog. Say what you are. Be proud of yourself. God, I'm not finna tolerate that foolishness, gang. I know you want to sit up here and play, but we all know what you are. We can smell it on you. Yeah, we can smell the estrogen. It's strong, brother. It's potent. It's real potent. But let's get to these sea creatures, even though I really don't know much about the sea creatures, to be honest, shit. I damn near shouldn't even brought them up. I don't know nothing about no sea creature, except a dolphin, a shark. I know something about a whale, but I don't know the differentiations of the whales. I just know that they fat as hell, big motherfucker, and some vicious, and some a delicate delight, gentle giant. They just like to eat, if you hear me. I know puffer fishes though. Bruh, dolphins bite on puffer fishes to get loaded. I used to just think puffer fishes was just a big old fish that puffed up with spikes and that was how he protected himself. I ain't know those spikes had poison in them. Yeah, now I'm even more intimidated by a puffer fish. Don't come nowhere near me. Yeah, don't come nowhere near me. But I do remember a SpongeBob episode when SpongeBob went to the bottom of the motherfucking sea, and then he went and he seen a little guy that was spitting. He was like, "So, how many tickets do you need?" You feel me? All that shit like that. And then motherfucking the guy had like a little light on the top of his head or something. It was one of them. They had a light on top of their head, and I just remember seeing that ugly ass fish on a video, and I was like, wow, that really exists. That fish got a light on the top of his head. How did nature manage to put a light bulb on a fish head? Like, how did that even start glowing? How is that possible? How many years of evolution was they in the dark before they was like, shit, hey, let's go and get this little motherfucker a light bulb. He having a hard time seeing. And then at that game, the light bulb probably not even bright because the bottom of the ocean just buku dark. When y'all gonna discover the whole ocean? And what is the point of discovering the whole ocean? Like, on some real shit? Like, do it really matter if we discover the whole ocean? Because what we don't know never bothered us. You feel me? If we go bothering the bottom of the ocean, we might find something we don't need to be looking at. Because folk be talking about mermaids and shit. I don't care about no mermaid, man. And you see a mermaid in real life, they probably look disgusting. They don't look like a human. They look like a fish. If they that deep in the bottom of the sea, man, let them enjoy their life. Serious. Let them enjoy their life, man. They're just like the motherfuckers that say the earth is flat. Dude, are you serious? If the earth was flat, it would have edges, you dumb fuck. Like, that's the dumbest shit of life. That's the dumbest shit of life. I can't even argue with a nigga who say the earth is flat because it's just, why? You gonna keep on saying, nigga, the earth flat, and you gonna try to get me to agree with you, and I'm not gonna agree with you, but I might agree with you just to shut you the fuck up. Like, literally, I might be like, oh, wait, that does make sense. Wait, so like, we're encased in a globe, and the earth is actually flat. Wait, that does make sense. Hold on, you might be on to something, head ass, just to shut you up, man, because my nigga, are you serious? If the earth was flat, it would have edges, and I'm pretty sure we would know by now. Motherfucker, like, where they get a round ball earth from if we think it's flat? I'm pretty sure they'll say from the get-go, hey, the earth flat. The earth fucking flat. Simple as that. I'm pretty sure Einstein, smart ass, would have knew that. You feel me? Because he figured out a lot of different things. Thomas Edison figured out the light bulb. What a genius! I respect him. He a genius, bro. Because without the light bulb, what would we do? Still be lighting candles? I'm lying. We would not still be lighting candles. We would have a light bulb. It just wouldn't be made from Thomas Edison. It'd probably be made from a nigga named Frank Stanford or some shit like that. Somebody have been created the light bulb. Shit. That boy Tommy just would have died of nobody. But he a somebody because he created the light bulb. So I throw my fist up to Tommy. I don't know what he did in his past life. I don't know what type of person he was, but I know he created the light bulb, so I throw my fist up. You feel me? Don't come at me with the facts about Thomas Edison. I don't care about him. I don't. But what's some other little fish? You got the piranhas. Piranha fish. Hey, some people really got piranhas in their crib. But I would never have that little demon in my crib. Because I dare him to bite my finger while I'm sitting up here trying to feed him. I grab it, man, I'd be like, you motherfucker, man, come here, man. And I have him just like this, and I squeeze him. And I squeeze his ass just like he squeezed the flesh off of my finger. You crazy? I don't care about his gills. I don't care about nothing. I don't care about his little spikes on top of his head. Adrenaline is running through my body and it's protecting me. I don't care about nothing. I'm squeezing him. I ain't say I'd take his life. I didn't say I'd squeeze the soul out of his body, but I'm squeezing him. I'm giving him a life lesson. Don't bite me, gang. I'm your owner. Is you stupid? You feel me? And then I gently put him back in the water and then release him. And if he float to the top, then I'm not flushing him down the toilet. I'm not. I'm feeding him to some type of wild creature. He's a part of the food chain. You must. Because if you just flush him down the toilet, all they're going to do is go to the sewer. Speaking of flushing down the toilet, hey, who done had a pet fish? I never had a pet fish before, gang. Never wanted one either. It just seemed like a hassle. Because what if I want to go somewhere? You can't bring the whole fish tank. And we ain't buying another guppy bowl for you. You know what I'm saying? The fish might end up getting in the car and all that. They can't handle all that motion. The fish just seem like too much work. If I'm getting any type of aquatic animal, I hit myself in the motherfucking... Fuck, man. Shit kind of hurt. Hit myself in the goddamn chin. Oh, I might need to stop doing these motherfucking hand movements and shit. Yeah, that might need to be eliminated because that shit kind of hurt. But what I was saying, if I'm getting any type of aquatic animal, look at me moving my hands again. If I'm getting any type of aquatic animal, my nigga, shit, I'm getting a shark. Yeah, let me get a little small shark, bro. Because I remember in elementary, we was dissecting sharks. And they got some real rough skin, bro. Like, they skin feel weird. I don't know, it feel like sandpaper. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they skin feel like, sandpaper. But it's like most smooth sandpaper because they in the water and shit. So it ain't like that rough shit, but it's that rough shit. You know what I'm saying? And we was dissecting the sharks and it stunk. You know what I'm saying? A nigga like me, I was looking in his mouth. I was trying to see what them teeth feel like. I was poking at the teeth. I was opening his mouth up and shit, trying to see if he had a tongue and all that. And I was sticking my fingers through his gills and shit. I just wanted to see what he did. I just wanted to see, gang. I was curious. I wasn't worried about his guts. That's what the teacher was worried about. She was worried about us dissecting him and looking at his guts and shit. No, I wanted to look at those chompers. I wanted to see those little vicious biters. That's what I wanted to see. How he breathed and all that, just in case one of them got up on me. I know how it feel if he bit me. So I did put a little pressure behind it. I didn't prick my finger, but I put a little pressure behind it. I wanted to see what the teeth feel like. It's crazy. And it was a pretty weird experiment, gang, because I feel like we got nothing from it. Like, we spent weeks on top of weeks on top of weeks, and we had to sign forms, and we had to do this and that. And then she was motherfucking blackmailing us with the damn dissection. If you get in trouble in school, you can't, you cannot dissect the shark if you get in trouble this week. If you talk in the lunch line, you will not be dissecting the shark. If you give any problems to this teacher, you will not be dissecting the shark. Like, God, I can't, like, nigga can't do nothing. I just gotta come here and be good. And you know that ain't a part of my nature. Shit, it was hard as hell. Shit, I had to sit up in class and just take it like a good bit. You feel me? I had to sit up there, teacher talking reckless, because I used to be feuding with my teachers. Yeah, niggas used to be feuding with folks in school. No, I was enemies with my teacher. Me and the teacher, we was damn enemies. We was feuding, and it was always one up on her. She get one up on me. I get one up on her to the scope. The scope ain't gonna never get even. Yeah, they gonna never get even to the year end. And when the year end, that's when she tried to be on that good boy shit, you feel me? But I ain't on that, you know? I'm on that same type of activity. I ain't forget. I didn't forget, and I'm holding a grudge. Yeah, how about that? But I had to just sit there and take it the whole week, all the way till we dissected the shark, because I was so interested, bro. I wasn't interested in the lesson. I wasn't interested in nothing. I just wanted to touch a shark. Because I thought, I didn't think we was going to have no big ass sharks. It was small sharks. They was like this big. You know what I'm saying? But they was still a shark. I was just interested, bro. I wanted to touch a shark, and I wanted to see what a shark really looked like. You feel me? And get what? My goal was accomplished. I touched the shark, and it was lackluster. Yeah, it was lackluster. It wasn't really like, it wasn't what I was gassing it to be. It stunk. It was motherfucking, it smelled like fish. That's what it smelled like. It smelled like a deli. You know what I'm saying? You go up in a deli, not a deli. Nah, it might be a deli, but one of them delis that like got seafood and shit, and they be like, how much shrimp you want? Let me get a half pound of shrimp, and then let me get some of that catfish over there. It smelled like one of them delis, you know what I'm saying? It kind of stunk, you feel me? It just smelled like organs. Yeah, organs. But man, hey, the whole, you feel me, the gist of it and things of that nature, which one is better? Like, aquatic animals or land animals? Aquatic animals or land animals? Which one? Clearly the land animals, gang. What is wrong with you? Why are you thinking? You said aquatic animals, didn't it? I know one of y'all said aquatic animals, and I don't fault you. You thought I was finna sit up here and be like, gang, you're a loser, you're an idiot. Nah, I wasn't finna say all that. I mean, they cool too, but a land animal is just vicious. You feel me? And they had to adapt to humans, the number one race. So I think they're better. We haven't even discovered half of the ocean, so aquatic animals, some of them is still hiding. The land animals, we discovered pretty much every last one of them. Not one of them can hide from this elite race. So yeah, I think land animals are better because they've adapted to the most elite race to ever be known. They will never be another race like humans. And if there ever is another race like humans, humans will not allow them to evolve because we will always be on top. We are advanced. But man, y'all know how I get though, dick. Man, fuck with me. Don't fuck without me, bitch. I'm gone.